Hello and welcome back to my Let's Replay Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. I've moved the camera over to the left-hand side because I forgot that the life point indicator in the deck was up in the right. I thought I'd made the camera that a little bit smaller so that you would still be able to see it. Hey, wouldn't be a Let's Play without a mistake. So we've been told about the plaza and we'll continue on and find out what is happening. So you don't actually go to the map to move to the plaza, it moves you there, and I think it lets you save just before going back to the duel ground. And this is the reason why we couldn't go to the shrine in the top right, because the mages were there, they're getting ready for the ceremony. If you try and go in there, they push you away. And if we go back to the palace, Simon makes us go to bed. I didn't want to do that, because I want to play through the actual game instead of trying to rush through it. Try and get all of the opponents that you can. Now, as I said, that's the only place that you can play against Villager number 3. So we find Joey, who lost. So, as we said, this is Joey, or Jono, however you'd like to pronounce it. Once again, I'm not familiar with how his should be announced. This is Seto, the prince. He's one of the mages. And these guys encourage us to duel him. He's just kicked Joey's butt, so... At this point, doesn't matter what you choose. If you pick pass, he calls you a wimp. If you duel, he gets called away. Master Haishin was the guy at the beginning who went into the ruins and found the carvings on the wall. He's kind of the head mage. Oh, we will, Seto. We will. Much like with the first playthrough that I did of this, the first Let's playthrough that I did of this, if I do game over, I'll keep in just like maybe the snippet of the game over. It might happen quite a lot, it might not happen at all. A lot of this is RNG to what cards you get, what cards your opponents get. So we're safe here, just in case I game over, I can continue from this point instead of the beginning. So you want to go down to the duel grounds, because we're going to wait for Seto. Now, if you pass against Jono, I think you can play him after this sort of snippet happens, after Seto comes in. But if you play him to begin with, then you haven't got to worry about sort of having him fuse something big on you if you do the wrong thing. So I want to put the boat mouse in. Gonna take out Suffolk Marauder. Just the reptiles don't fuse with anything. It's annoying to have them. Much like with any of the other opponents here, you can make a relatively strong fusion on your first turn. Your opponent doesn't fuse and you should be able to win. So Queen of Autumn Leaves being an 1800, I should be able to go through this duel now. Could make Zombie Warrior again. I think I'm going to do that and get rid of the McCallion, just to draw an extra card. when you're doing the free duels, you want to get specific ratings. So there's different things that affect the ratings, such as the cards you use, whether you take damage, if you've used any spell or trap cards, how many times you've used, things like that. So you got your POW and you got Tech. POW is how quick you can beat someone, but without doing too many things technical, like fusing, like playing a spell card. And then Tech, the quickest way of getting an S-Tech is quite complicated. I might explain it. I did explain it in the other video, but it took a while, and I think I attempted one and did it wrong. So your BCDs are all the same. It's when you get to A and S, you want to get either POW or Tech. POW gets you sort of stronger monster cards, Tech gets you magic and trap cards. Retro goes to the attic's annoying one because it's a fiend. But as you saw there, we got an A POW which gave me 4 star chips. 5 is the most you can get, 1 is the least. So it wasn't an S POW because I used the Raigeki spell card. I think I fused twice, which all of it affects your rating. I hope I'll entertain you. This guy can be quite difficult. So if I need to, the Dark Energy is going to come in quite handy. He can just play Gaia the Fierce Knight, which is a 2300. So I can make Flower Wolf. But just because I don't know... Actually, no, I'll make it. I'll make it. And then if he does play Gaia, I just need to start going through to try and get either Raigeki or the Dark Energy, along with a Rock type and a Female type. Hasn't played as Gaia. I should be okay here. I think I can fuse these two to make Magical Ghost, and then adding in a plant should make Pumpkin. If I had done the plant with one of the zombies, it would have just made wood remains because they were under 1000 attack. So there's certain fusions that you need certain attack points for. Much like to make Flame Swordsman, you need a fire and a warrior, either over 1100, otherwise you'll just make Cherubin the Fire Knight, who is an 1100 pyro. Like that, you need a zombie or a plant over 1000 so that you can make the Pumpkin, otherwise I would have just made wood remains. I think here I'll just make Flame Ghost, which is 1000 attack. Oh, I was silly, because they were under 700, I made Fire Reaper instead. Could have attacked with the Fire Reaper and been okay, but just wanted to make sure. Should be able to win from here if I do Queen's Double and the Mechanical Spider to make the Cyber Soldier. And attack the Flower Wolf, and the rest of it should be game, and that is Seto defeated. Secretary and the Secrets. Believe that's a spellcaster. Will be quite handy. And here, he notices that I'm the prince, as opposed to just a vagabond or however I'm supposed to be dressed. I'm dressed as a commoner, as Simon explained at the beginning, so that these people don't realise that I am the prince. You can then duel. I believe it's just Joey. You can't duel Taya anymore. So if you hadn't dueled her at the begin with, you wouldn't have been able to. But I'm not going to worry about it. Just nothing else that you can do here. We've been to the... Couldn't go to the shrine. Been to the town plaza. We'll return to Simon to sleep, and then we'll wake up. Hopefully for the next day, so we can get on with a little bit more dueling. I am. I believe I've got everyone, because I went against Villager 3 and beat him as well. The High Mage Haishin and his men are invading the palace. The power of sorcery. Which is what he finds when he goes down to the Dark Ruins, I believe, because he finds... I think he finds the Millennium Rod. Maybe the rod was already in his possession, but he found out how to use it. But I think it's what he finds down there. And he, with us being the prince, obviously your parents are the king and queen. He is talking about basically rebelling, and he thinks he should be the king. Which, the explosion wakes you up. For your servant to tell you what we already know. And we run straight into Seto. I don't think any of the other ones here have a Millennium item. I think it's just Haishin who has the rod. The item he's talking about is the Millennium Puzzle. Once again, it doesn't matter what you say here. I'll just refuse. Because why would I tell him anyway? But it's okay, because Simon brings it to us. We get the Millennium Puzzle. The whole point of Haishin's attack was to find the puzzle. Now we have it. And if you don't run, he just says you must run, so you have no choice. But we run straight into Haishin. If you choose pass, Simon's like, you must duel him. So it's a bit annoying that they give you the choices, because you don't actually have a choice in it. Now this guy, at this stage, is very, 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 very difficult to defeat. You have to lose this duel, so the best thing you can do, play your weakest thing face up, which stops him from playing spell or trap cards. He should play something ridiculously huge. There we go. The only way you can beat this guy at this point is if you have Umi and I think either Dragon Treasure, Dark Energy, something that boosts Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon. You have to play the Umi, and then make the Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon and put the equip on it, which puts it up to 3,800. Because everything that Haishin has 3,500 attack. I think the lowest thing he has 2,500. But yeah, you're supposed to lose this turn. If you do beat him, he says that it was luck, and then you have to duel him again. There's no sort of secondary secondary story, if you like. You don't beat him there and then go, oh, okay, it's done. You just have to keep dueling him until you lose. So at this point, we are told to shatter the Millennium Puzzle. If you choose don't, Simon begs you. If you choose don't again, he begs you again, so you just throw the puzzle on the floor. And we get transported inside of the Millennium Puzzle. So this is basically the story of how Atem became trapped in the puzzle. One day, someone will complete it and unlock. Basically, I guess it's his mind that gets trapped in the puzzle, along with Simon's. And this is actual Joey. Because now, when this game came out, obviously for the PlayStation 1, this was present time. He had a dream. Basically, what they're trying to insinuate is that you have just played Yugi's dream. And there's a huge tournament held by Kaiba. And obviously, we're part of the tournament. So they start explaining the rules. Joey says, doesn't matter about the rules, you just win, right? So, no choice but to just win. And this is Kaiba. This is kind of a mix between Duelist Kingdom and Bao City. And Joey wants to face us in the final. And Taya's working in the shop. I'm gonna save. Just so once again, if I do lose against the next guy, I don't have to restart. Our first match of the tournament. Rex Raptor. So you can drop, I think, like 2 or 3 good cards, the rest of them aren't. Obviously, because we lost against Taishin, we didn't get a card for it. It is just the Secretarian of Secrets, which I will put in. Let's take out Glass Reptile. The reason I've kept White Dolphin in is the fish confuse with machines and make Mariazumi. Probably butchered that name. Once again, you want to just fuse something. So female and beast, even though Queen's Double is a warrior, she's prioritized as a female. We'll make Neko down number 2. I'll put it in defense, just she's got 2000 defense, just in case. I think the best thing that Rex can play is the 2-headed King Rex. I'm gonna get rid of Hyro Shadow Scouts as a fiend. I'll put down Hurricane. Okay, he's got Psychic Kappa, which has 1000 defense. That's kind of annoying, but we should. We're gonna be okay. We're gonna be in. I just haven't really got that many good fusions, have I? Let's get rid of the Ugachi to play the Twin Long Rods. I'll try the Hurricane again. There we go. Usually I think like 1,000 defense is the highest that he plays defensively. Two-Headed King Rex has 1,200, but it's got 1,600 attack, so he usually attacks you with it. Mega Flame Cerberus, this is now fully done and dusted. I don't think I beat him this turn, it should be next one. Close, very close. I think he's on 400. Doesn't really matter what I play. You can fuse Electric and Spellcasters, which makes Immortal of Thunder. If you have a 1,500 or higher Thunder with a Spellcaster, it makes Kaminari attack. So I could have put them on Hurricane, made the Kaminari attack, but I've won. As I said, I'm not going to be using the Thunders too much like I did in the other Let's Play, mainly because I want to try something different. Rex gives us a Ryukushin, which has 1,000 attack, which is handy, but it's a fiend, so it doesn't fuse. And with the first match of the preliminaries done, I'm going to stop here, mainly because I want to duel against Taya, possibly the villagers, maybe Simon. I might do sort of 5-10 duels to each one. Where we get all the star chips, they add up, you can enter your passwords. A lot of cards cost 999,999. I've never reached that amount. Someone probably has somewhere. A lot of the average cards you use usually cost around sort of 50 to 100 because you then fuse them. The equip spells are 800. Anything else you don't really worry about. There's one card that I will get, Jirai Gumo, just because it's 80 star chips and has 2,200 attack. And in the free duel, we've got everyone that we've beaten so far. I say I'll probably do like 10 against each one. Obviously not Haishin, I physically can't beat him. Just to see what we get. So, thank you for watching, guys. Hope you're enjoying. So I'm going to do some of the free duels, and then, like the last time, I'll probably make some sort of highlights, or I might just make a little segment at the beginning, like make a note of the better cards that I get, rather than making a video with music playing that just has the cards that I won. I think that'll be the better plan. I'll make a list of all the good ones that I get. At the beginning of the next episode, I will show you the deck, the new cards that I've put in, and how everything should be playing. So once again, thank you very much, and I will see you next time.